Oh yes, this seems to be an abbreviated version of the bumper show. The show starts at 4 o'clock p.m. and it ends at 6 o'clock. Our comrades under the Sagamo tree, the chairman of the Coalition of Democratic Change, Honorable Mola Molu, had a press conference denouncing violence in Lofa County and anywhere in the country. He thinks that violence is not a way to go. This comes as a result of what happened in Foya, where 2 human beings were killed. One of them has been buried in the Kwendu area. Thomas Pangafala says he's saddened by that. But Lofa is not at peace. The John Security is there investigating. At the same time making arrests of those who were involved in the hula balo. Oh yes, we have the shown violence. We go to election just on the Tuesday next week. Campaign activities end on Sunday. With the CDC coming on Sunday, Unity Party comes on the 7th of this month. Everybody closes campaign this month before the 10th of October, because October is a D-Day when Liberians go to the polls and elect a new president, new representatives, and new senators, 15 senators to be exact. This is the bumper show, and I'm the bumper man. Remember, the name is Greyfield. Remember, Jala Greyfield chapter 1 verse 1 says, let's talk and talk and talk, and never shall we fight. Fighting shall never be our portion. My name is Jala Emmanuel Nikki Kalu Fagela Kiang Malakbuli Nyalingon Togao Osubo Womangana Poquila Jabot Punu Tavatema Samashan Greyfield. I'm here till 6 o'clock. Mr. Rawa Sami who have been here, the new council and movement for economic empowerment. When you will come tomorrow, we have to do some changes because of the CDC conversation on Capitol Hill, or in Sinka rather, where Mola Molu was addressing members of the CDC and Liberian people about what happened in Foya. Because this is an abbreviated version, we couldn't have the guys coming from the rural broadcasting area to pray for us in the vernacular. They come and pray for the president. They pray for the vice president. They pray for all elected and appointed officials in government. And here all Liberians. You cannot afford to go away, because when the nation's energy is on your radio, it promises to be fiery, it promises to be educative and infotaining. When you blend entertainment with information, it becomes infotaining. His Excellency Ambassador Dr. George Weah is coming to the southeast. Oh yes, Liberians will have to be peaceful. Very shortly we'll go to our discussion. This is the number 3 representative. I can call him a candidate because he's a sitting lawmaker of District number 3. CBC City Bashel is our guest. CBC City Bashel is our guest on this last segment, and the abbreviated version of the bumper show. We thought this is 3 politics. Welcome to the bumper show. Usually we ask God to protect our country, protect our government, protect our Liberian people where they are. But because we don't have anyone to pray for us in the vernacular, we go to PCK who crowns it all. Then we go to recognize the guys who join us, and all of those who are following us on Facebook and our online platforms. around Liberia. Sorry for that.
Yes, Liberia.com.
Sure.
PCA is asking God to pray for our leaders, to protect our leaders rather. He's praying to God for God to protect our leaders.
I love the chicken.
This is a song that introduces the discussion on ELBC Radio on the Bumper Show. The Bumper Show is relayed on radio somewhere in Nima County, in Sanakoli District. It's relayed on a Top FM 105.5 in Grand Junior County, where Secretary Kuman is the managing director. It is relayed on Radio DMP Law and Radio Makona in Foya District in the Foya District, Lufa County. It is on the Voice of Plebo. It is on the Voice of Grand Crew. And 7 other radio stations owned and operated by ELBC Radio is relayed on those stations. So the Bumper Show is the biggest show right now in Liberia ever since, because everybody covers it. Let our listener be informed that ELBC will be on the radio from be on the air from the morning up to 11:30, and this is intended to give our audience outside the time to listen to the radio where they are and all our programs. Let me welcome Mike and Ben watching from Duper Road, Zuba Town. And Judah Kekula is watching me from somewhere around Virginia Town. Great song of our soul, he says. Referring to the man CBC Bashel. Lincoln Colley has joined us from the USA, from Pennsylvania. Lincoln Colley is joining us. Lincoln, welcome. Please share our videos so that others on the outside can watch them and make their comments as well. Papa Keita is Papi Keita is joining me from the CDC. He says sources. Okay. Jala Kekula is joining me. Mike and Ben is joining me. Lincoln Colley has joined me. Judah Kekula has joined me. Kayla Kevin is joining me from somewhere. Welcome to the Bumper Show. It's on ELBC Radio. Please share the video so that others can participate. They will know what's happening. As I said to you, CBC CD Bashel, the man name is a tongue twister, you know. You have to master the name before you pronounce it. It's my guest on the Bumper Show. As you may be aware or not, and I know everyone is aware, that on October 10th, everyone goes to election. Everybody goes to vote. Whether it's a Cuban lawmaker or it's a Cuban president, he or she goes to cast his or her vote. And so one of the districts that has over 18 candidates qualified by the Elections Commission is CBC CD Bashel's district number 3 in Monserrado County. He's been there for the last 5 years, 11 months now or so. He's recontesting. He has all of the guys coming against him in the election. We've called him to talk to him, to know how prepared he is as he relates to the election. Can he win these guys? Can he maintain a seat in the legislature, as it is being said by him every time he comes on the Bumper Show? Let me welcome Mr. Edward Williams, Mr. Jacko Juniors, Kolba B. Akwe, watching from Lufa County, Mike and Ben from is watching us, and then all of you coming. I will read your comments later. But let me take this time to invite an erudite lawmaker, we'll call him, Mr. CBC Bashir. Welcome. How are you?
Thank you so much. It's a pleasure. It's an honor to be here once more.
How is CBC CD Bashir?
Everywhere, I'm good and kicking better. I'm fine. Thank God for me. And I'm so grateful.
We're going to the election. Every time you came, I ask you, who are you in terms of, can you introduce yourself properly to the Liberian people, your district people? Who are you, CB Bashir?
Well,
I want to wait. It's 2 or 3 minutes. I want to wait and tell the people who you are.
well, in the context for which you speak, I'm a teacher by profession. I mean, in other professions, I'm, of course, grateful. But then I've taught for over 25, 30 years, almost 20 years in all of the country, from nursery to tertiary level. I'm a poet and a playwright. I'm an educator who, of course, had my own educational system when it comes to teaching and the pedagogy. And I found myself in social work and political work as well. And I think I have been contributing towards schools and educations in the district, of the district. And I like to be referred to most frequently as a person who is an educator and who's a transformer of society. That's what I've been doing all the time. And that's like, I'm a family person. I have children, grandchildren as well. And I think I appreciate my own position. And then, of course, I love teaching and love educating and working with kids as well.
I'm told you own the school in Painesville. Is that correct?
My name is synonymous to education and school. I'm not just own school, I own several schools and work with other schools as well.
But you own your own school, but you also work with other schools.
Yeah, I try to help other schools, especially with my teaching system, what we call the Bashir teaching system, that makes kids for in the lower level, at least childhood on a higher level, to learn faster, especially writing, reading, and comprehension, and all those things. And so I run my own system where teacher will be a teacher, student right the same. So of course I run the Bashir teaching system, and that's what I do. And then I also the board chairperson of the Bashir University, and one of the founders of the Bashir University as well.
So does the Bashir University operate?
Yeah. Except now we are now open for the semester. We'll be opening most probably after the elections.
So you will have a school system. You run a high school and that of a college.
Yeah, like university.
University.
Yeah.
Wow. Bashir, let me say again, welcome and welcome to the guys who join us on our Facebook feed, as we do that often. Christopher Saki Kole has joined us following from Freedom. Abel Oweyu is following him. He said, "Good leader on the CBC developmental Bashir." Richard W. Noah says, monitoring from Man Barkley. Otis T. Toll, good afternoon, Jala, following you from Zulu Whiskey. To my fellow Liberians, let us protect the peace of the country. Politics should not take us apart. Liberia first, Liberia last. Let's hold the peace. Kathleen Johnson is watching me. Kathleen Johnson watching me from somewhere. Ama O Tawale is watching me from Monrovia, just as Kathleen Johnson is doing. Abel, where you has joined me. He sent an erudite lawmaker. That's why he referred to Bashir. While Julia Kekula, please work on the sound. Yes, please check the sound whether it's okay. The listeners and the viewers are saying you should check on the sound. So Bashir, let's go to the meat of our discussion. You are contesting in district number 3 amongst 17 other people. You made it 18, if I'm not mistaken. Where do you sit properly? Are you seated properly that no one can remove you where you are? What have you done? The developmental initiatives, what are the tangibles that you would stand on right now that you want to compete in elections again?
Let's look at your questions in the context of where do I stand. On the ballot, in any retrospections of the ballot, I'm on the first, I'm number 1, and I will always be number 1. 2017, I was number 1. And I came on number 1.
They put number 1 again?
Number 1. So let's look at...
Is that a coincidence?
No, not really. But because I'm the most outstanding and most reliable person in the race. So let's put it in the context for you to have a question being answered. When you look at my pedigree, when you look at my contribution to society, when you look at my contribution to the district, when you look at what I've done and what I've been doing, you can of course say if there was another play much more better than number one, never been putting in somewhere better than number one. So why should I appreciate more young people coming in the race? But there's now children playing race in District 3. District 3 is just a wet ballot for Bashir, as you can see it. In fact,
A wet ballot.
she started, I let them to start running the campaign, and I came back, and so I can say to you for sure that I'm running much more Joseph Walker as here. This is the next person of my girl. His campaign more than my campaign because I've done much more in the district.
You are not concentrating on your own campaign.
Yeah, no,
because you're confident that you will win the election.
Definitely, I will win the election and win with a very hard margin and win on a white ballot. It's just
what gives you that confidence, Mr. Bashir?
Because it's not a children race. The race where people come into the race. 3 months, 4 months, just.
Do you have children in the race?
Well, the race.
These are men who didn't want to contest against you.
Obviously, by virtue of the fact that they passed on the 5, I could say so. But we're talking about the attributions of leadership and attributions of.
Oh, you're in terms of in leadership, they are children.
Yeah.
They are adults who can stand you politically.
Not just me, but represent people who are good people in the district, especially so. I mean, people who have the image and integrity, and of course, leadership that we transform the community and the society as well. So I mean, not dwelling upon the word children, but I think they don't reach the pedigree that which Bashir reached.
But Bashir, you have 17% against you. You are the city lawmaker.
Yeah, but
don't you think 51,000 voters in this number 3? Do you think you can maintain all of them in terms of the votes that all come to you, and the other ones are politically free fools?
Let me put it in a way for you to understand. Listen, when I was going the race on something, you have a person who cataloged himself as elephant, and today the other people are cataloging themselves as rabbit and raccoons. So
they are cataloging themselves as rabbit and raccoons.
Yeah, because.
But you are referring them to that in that instance, or they call themselves that way.
Go back to biblical reference. The people who were the tall spies, they said, we were looking into our own eyes, we were like grasshopper, and they themselves can say to you that Bashir is the greater weight in the race, and all of us, we are just trampling on Bashir's feet. So all of our statements, all of our speeches will tell you that. And I love that because sometimes I go to the political rally as well. I go to some of the political rallies and greet them and we smile.
You go there, you mean that?
Yeah, because I always have a non-violence in the district, and over the years I kept the district a non-violent district. So some of them, when they have it at rally, I go there.
Do they invite you, or you just go there on your own?
They don't necessarily have to invite me, but I try to create a kind of atmosphere, non-violent atmosphere. And even in the political era, I go there and we talk and we smile. I call support them, only because to tell you that they are brothers and friends, and we don't need to fight because they think it's just a matter of time and hours that Bashir will be announced as the candidate. But so what Bashir is doing now is so wanting his own presidential candidate, Joseph Walker. That's why I'm moving about. So I'm not discussing Bashir in District 3 because all the candidates know that Bashir will be the next representative again. And I'm not discussing Bashir much more. I'm only discussing Joseph Walker. So you see on my car, you see more of Joseph Walker photo, because I want him to be the next president. He will be the next president and he will win. And so that's why I'm moving. My picture is down on my car. If you look at my car, you see all my cars.
So because you're confident that you win, so you didn't put the picture in your car?
Yeah, because
so it means that in the district you don't have no flyers in it?
Yeah, I do. But as I'm putting it, I'm celebrating Walker more because I want him to be the next president and he will be the next president. And I'm only doing a victory celebration now. So in the district, we're really celebrating for Joseph Walker to be the president. Now,
before we go to the next question about the candidates who are coming against you, you have the lawyer, the councillor Ivan Blackie, who is there. On the day Omer Walker came in district number 3, I was driving. I saw you with some people walking up and down. Whether you went to the TMF or not, I don't know. But I saw that Ivan Blackie has a portrait there at the supermarket. He posts his picture there with Joseph Walker and that of the running mate of Walker. What does that signify to you?
Well, I think he's a brother and friend. I love him. and like Wahim itself. But I'm still questioning his stand as a lawyer, as you point out, for the fact that he being a legal person, he has no legal reliance, he had no legitimacy to do that. So as a lawyer, I advise him to bring down His Excellency Joseph Imamboka.
You have asked him.
Yes, because that is unfair to his legal profession. I also understand that he was not doing any violence in that district because he's a legal person. But what contradicts my understanding is that he's putting a flyer. It's just like putting a flyer of a person who you're not paying due to. Why is true that you want to support that person in a manner and form? But that is the recipe of confusions and violence in the district. So I have advised him. And although I go to his programs and places, when I'm going to Maurice Farm, I stop with him and greet him and hug him. We talk and we smile. But I also told him that that was unfair for his legal profession to do.
So it means he did not consult the party before he placed his banner out there that carries a portrait of Joseph Walker and that of Jeremiah Kuhn, which also has his own picture there. Because you live in a district, you are the district representative, and he's wanting to go on the Unity Party ticket as a candidate. But now he's carrying the flyers of Joseph Walker and others. You think it's a recipe for chaos, but he has not brought in any chaotic adventure in your campaign area. Why are you afraid?
Because I'm peaceful, because I'm a lawyer about him, because I respect the law, and I want him to respect the law like he was. Because is a lawyer, and by that perfection, as a teacher like me, I will follow the rudiment of legality, and I want him to, of course, do that because he's now a DPO in our party. He has never paid due in our party.
How did he know?
Because he has not attended an NEC meeting or he has not paid in our party.
He needs not to be part of the NEC.
Yeah, then of course, when you have a legitimacy, I use the word legitimacy. I have legitimacy in the party. I'm a foreign member of the, as a foreign DPO of the party. And of course, I'm one of the higher DPO of the party. And I'm one of the higher representation in the party. And I would not, if there was any other person, for that matter, I would likely, more especially, say for one, they don't know what they're doing. But a councillor, and let me not dwell upon that, but I think he supports me on the other hand, and I want him to do the right thing because
he supports you when he say has his banners all over the place and he's campaigning just as you are campaigning.
I see,
you're not campaigning much, but he's campaigning. I see his people in the district moving around.
Yeah,
now, how does he support you in such?
Yeah, because truly speaking, he's an honest guy, and I want to say honest guy. And in fact, most of the people in the race, what I enjoy the honesty is based upon the fact that, like my own brother, they will say to you, 90% of the people in the race will say, if they don't win, they want Bashir to win. 90% of them in the race. I saw you may not have the time again to ever question them. Blackie will tell you, say he has said several funds. If he doesn't win,
perhaps because you put come from the same political party.
No, I don't know if they will come from our political party. He may be a sympathizer of our party. He may be a person who probably love our party. But I'm saying to you, for legitimacy and reliance on the law, I'm the person who should be carrying the banner of the standard bearer. I'm the person who should be carrying the logo of the party. Anybody else doing that is chaos, confusion. I would not wear any other banner because I'm on the banner of Unity Party and I support Unity Party to the full measure. So I mean, not discussing him, you see another person who do that, that is illegal under the law and illegal for the best practice for anybody to do.
Who is your major contender, Bashir?
Well, for the fact that 2017 I had on the Tuare, now on the Tuare who is in the greater elephant and greater had a greater political experience, every other person there, I believe they are just trying to show themselves and they are not greater contender for that matter. Because you see me on the first ballot and you see me sitting on the ballot, in the seat. I don't know whether them, I sometimes ask the question. This morning I was asking and they could not really state who is that, who is the next person coming closer to me because the next person who attained the race, he did not even After that, for the buttress, legislative, and other things. Then I also gave them $5,000.
50,000.
Then I gave them $2,000. Then of course I gave them 1,500,000 every night, 1,007,000 for development projects. Then of course
The DDC.
Yeah. Then of course I gave 2,000 bags of rice for COVID period. I gave 1,800 bucket. Then you have bridges in Nizo, bridges in Prosperity area, 2 bridges area. One town, block D and block B, you have bridges. So being you have bridges, you have road project. In fact, you are also accessing some of the roads. That's why I say you are very unjust to mention the fact that my name is not going around. When you go to West Bank, you will see a water project constructed by Maine through the NGO. You will see you go to Unity Party behind Unity Party Hekora, Zolo House, you will see water project and a toilet project. If you went to Poultry Market, you see a bridge project. Before government demolish unconstitutionally, unfairly, unjust, they demolish the people market.
Which market is that?
Poultry Market. I roofed the market along with.
You roofed the poultry market.
Yeah. Then of course I built another one side Poultry Market, but the government unjustly broke the poor market.
What do you call unjustly?
Because we used to consult the people and consult me their representation to consult me before breaking it down. This government is unfair to my people in several capacity. They took the people from Red Line Market against from Red Line and just shoved them in the mud of Omega. We're all consulting me and the people in themselves. So you see, so when you look at my leadership in the district, you must try to make proper analysis, because when you look from schools, there are schools that are empowering and training. There are schools that are helping. When you look, going to the police station, opposite Poplar police station opposite there, the school there, you are totally aware as an assistant academy, structure the school and rebuild the school. When you go to FDA District 4, you will see a school in the Doe Estate. I work on the school and roof the school. When you go to District 9,
is that school in your name or is it a public school?
No, that's how to be my name.
Is it a public school?
No, it's a school. I mean, just community school. When you go to
do you give assistance to that school?
Yeah, I do. Except other schools.
Do you think the people there will give you some votes?
My school is not just a matter of vote because they don't like vote for me. I'm talking about how much I've transformed society. I'm talking about how much my leadership has penetrated society to the point where when you're discussing my name, you shouldn't be discussing it with irrelevant and irrational things, of course, that has something to do with district leadership and district movement. Since the tactics will not confuse us in the district, since the tactics will not impede our workings and leadership in the district, especially District 3, whereas we are making sure that we don't just win the district because our win is attached to our stellar barrel win. Our win is also attached to our leadership in providing the sanity and integrity for the district and people. That is why project. Not just did the project. I also have my machine. Somebody need pass. Okay, but now since 2020, since Corona, I've not left the country. I gotta go and all the pass through. I must say go and buy the pass that coming. So some of the machines, of course,
they're down.
Yeah, because maintenance.
All three of them are down.
Yes, I split it down. All three of them down because past issue. Now, but besides past issue, I'm also saying to you what I'm doing for this government. I'm buttressing their efforts, their inability to move all over. So now, someone like you should be honoring me at the end of every year because
honoring you.
Yeah, not just honoring me because I'm one of the greatest state person who I've done for myself before public service. Then you should be honoring me, and that's why I came to public service and started buying machine. So the district is giving me that respect and honor for the fact that after I won, I was still opening roads. After I won, I'm still opening roads. Even to the place where I don't have money to machine to open roads, I also hire machine to open roads in other places. So now I'm discussing with you on the basic. You cannot limit me to road because I'm the higher contributor to education in the district. And in the higher contributor to education in the district, I run the higher education body in the district, a university. So when you start to limit me a role, I'm helping people who are engineers. I'm inspiring people who are engineers at the
you have an engineering program at your school.
Yeah, very good. So some of the places where
if you were given an engineering profession at what they will live on, why don't they question you about road connectivity, Mr. Bashir? Because this is of a road is very cardinal.
No, this government inability to do for the people what they should do for the people. That's why I want to remove them from power.
Now,
because
we'll come to your Senate Barrow because you say he is the best to win the election over George we are. We'll come to that as another issue. Yeah. But we will have to take some time to talk about the district. Yeah. Now, government work is to give back to the people based on the social contract they signed. Yeah. The social contract is give me power, I will give you water, I will give you road, I will give you other issues, I will give you other developments, right?
But do you know the district have not received the development from this government? My district have not received it because of since I began in the power. My district.
But you benefit for $30,000 given to you by the same government for engagement of people. 2 times you see $30,000 with $60,000.
Use your best judgment to educate your people because if you do that,
listen, it's a problem.
No, listen now.
If you say to me, Mr.
Chala, help your listeners.
How do I help them?
Because you should help them.
How?
Because that's your profession to do. Government has not given me $30,000 for my district. Government gave me $30,000 for my office.
So your office?
No, listen to me. No. Government give me money for development. Government gave the district 2 lists for you're not educating the people better.
No, Mr. Bashir, I didn't know who you there.
Where you know from?
This is a public knowledge
what
that the government of Liberia gave 103 lawmakers on Capitol Hill 30,000 US
for what purpose?
2 times
for what purpose?
For engagement of the people
so you
to
see,
know if
so
what they want. If they say I want a town hall, you go to get a
no. Don't say engagement.
But how can you? But that's how you coin it. That's how you lawmakers coin it.
Why your etymology of words?
But that's
when
how you
say
it.
Listen to me. When you say engagement as an etymological word, then you of course say for development. Then I'm questioning.
That's how you coin it. So you deceive Liberia.
The word. Listen, the word is being coined for the ministry finance. The finance ministry put the money in the budget for, and the lawmaker accepting that and agree to that because they say, okay, public accessibility and engagement. So let's go back to the public accessibility and engagement.
Okay, what is it?
So you see,
public accessibility. Let's go.
Very good. The president received $10 million annually to engage his citizens and people. It's not purpose for development. This government, when the president came to my district, he gave my community leaders over 15 million. He gave them over 11 million to engage the people. When I got 10 million or 30,000, I'm sorry, for you said, I called my district people, I gave them 1,700,000. I gave them 1,500,000. The money is not for the district. The district received that money through
so the money was for you as a lawmaker?
My office.
Your office.
Because my office.
Who are your employers, Mr. Bashir?
When you say who am I employer, I don't know how to answer your question because you say question me.
Because if you are a lawmaker, you become a direct employee of the people.
Accepted. But that means now.
So if you got the money of 30,000, why then did you come on the drawing board and call a town hall meeting?
But I said so now. So you don't help yourself. Listen to me. Let that question.
But you keep saying that the money was not for the district, for the office.
No, listen now. Government gave me money to run my office. That's why I used to keep little analogy to the president's office. The president received 10 million for his accessibility. Also, is counted tour is accessibility. Put it in the context for you to understand is accessibility. Okay. My office received its own portion of 30,000 to do what it should do. So I'm saying to you, when I receive my portion, it's not for my district, it's for my office to use. Says in my office, I call my district town hall meeting, I call my DDC, I give them 1,500,000, I give them 1,700,000. So I'm saying to you, that money was given to my district and people, and not just that money alone. There are several other monies I give to my district and people. So when you
about around 3 million you give the people of the district.
No, in parents say yes, or also other parents said no because I gave more than that money as well.
No, but you said you gave this money 1 million plus this one, 1 million plus this one. If I had to put in context and I know the calculation, is that you give around 3,000 to the district.
No,
and your office carry more than.
Do your math better. You know amounts to do your math better. I said 1,500,000 and 1.7 million Labrador.
So just say around 4,000.
How can you calculate that? When I say 1.7 million dollars,
Mr. Bashir,
listen, $1 million is over $5,000 US. In that
1 million is 1,000 plus US dollars.
Oh no, you're making a mistake.
Let's leave the math. Let's leave the math. Now, so after you give that money to the district, what happened in terms of development?
The extension of the district town hall was extended. There are other places.
Only your wash.
On my wash. Okay. The district town hall was extended. The other places were extended. And in fact, when I bought medical supply for the Portland Hospital, the Jane David Hospital, and other smaller hospitals.
In recent time, you did that?
No, not in recent past.
Or when you received the 30,000?
No, not in that time.
Or before that?
Don't be limiting me to 30,000 because
I'm not limited. I know what you're explaining.
Yeah.
I want to know when it happened so that when
he might tell you.
This will be an
tell you. If I were introduce a yearly daily report in the legislature, I started daily report, yearly annual report to my district people. So every year I call my district people except Corona period, which of course I didn't do. But I've been calling district meeting, town hall meeting, everybody coming, and I gave to them, or I tell them why it's happening at the legislature. So when I say to you, beside that, government should be giving me $500 US dollar per month to 6 months.
Why? For what?
No, I don't know the reason, but it's what you call public accessibility. My office, in your office, when I came here, you give me water. Government, my office you have thing because
for public entertainment.
No, you put it that way. Yeah, cool. So,
and that is enshrined in your law.
Yeah, in the law. So that money this government did not give it to us over the years. Now, besides that,
could we say that's one of the reasons why the 30,000 was given?
No, let me not go to that question. But let's go back to the question where it says the government should give me 2,000 US dollar by my office every annual for scholarship. This government, when we came to power, they only gave CDC lawmakers 2,000. I get the records there. They only give me 1,000, which of course I call a tower.
Why would you say that? You are 32.
Because the government is heartless.
3 lawmakers in the legislature.
And what do I do?
House.
Do I twist the
minister? 1,000 and others gave 2,000. You think that's something you want to say that people want to believe you?
Let not make it.
Why did you do that as a public record to say we are all entitled to $2,000 for this one?
Yeah.
But Bashir, as an opposition lawmaker, I received only 1,000, and this is on reporting the Liberian people, so they will be on record. If you say here, people say here, Bashir talking true.
But you listen.
Why did he say that?
Listen to the point. There are times when money is allocated to a lawmaker for a purpose. It don't come to me, but it's allocated. It goes through a process or whatever. So they gave her 1,000 for scholarship. That scholarship goes to my district people and call them in the town with me. In fact, I added the money and to share a couple. So you had leadership there from West Bay, you have leadership from Portland who were heading the committee to share the money with the people. Any other money the government gave to me, I bring it to the people and share the people. I'm not entitled to money to explain it through LACE. LACE has done the whole project. Do you know the other honorable on the Tuawe on the Kuku? They receive money for the district. This government has not given me money for county development fund, state development fund to do project and so forth. If they will do it through LACE. So
okay.
When you look at my contribution in the society, in the district, I'm doing things in the district or country. My records and my legacy still remains because I'm one of the great educators in the district. And I hate to say that because always I've come to the limelight because of education and because of doing things. And that's why you attribute the fact to I've been doing things all over the district, all over. In fact, go as far as Sobe. You see bridges, you see roads and alley all open there. Go as far as Coastal Hill, go as far as Popular, go as far as all the center of the district. Those works have been doing, they are still monumental structure that people in the district would not just relent in, re-electing me, but understanding my leadership capability and my leadership prowess will of course give me not just a second term, but a chance that I can be able to have a chance of electing my own standard bearer, His Excellency Joseph Yumabua.
Let me welcome Mr. Alfonso Pearson, the former auditor at the GAC. He's following us. Mr. Council, listen, Councilor is a campaign manager for Honorable Johnny Behe in Bond County. As a matter of fact, I promised them that I would talk to them for 5 minutes on the show to tell us about the campaign launch in Bond County on Saturday for the Johnny Behe's campaign. Or tell a friend or Council, listen, Councilor, one of you should expect my call because I want to talk to you about that. Emmanuel Kopo said, our incoming representative, your 12 years is show. That's why he said to Mr. Bashel. Those are guys who are coming in our lives people feed. Jalam, following from the office of Honorable Smoke Koli Maluma, I'm waiting to demystify the lies of what the lawmaker is saying. Welcome, Mr. Benedict Bestman Bakole. Everyone who have joined us on the Bumper Series on the ELBC radio on the CBC. CD Bashir is my guest, Unity Party lawmaker in the legislature. Now, Mr. Bashir, you've listed all of these things, building bridges here, doing roads in Coastal Hill here and there. That's sufficient. And if the people of District 3 are just sincere, they want to give you a resounding victory come 23 October 10th. That's a good one. But let's move on. Your political leader, Ambassador Joseph Walker, is in Lofa County. He has been on the road for some time. Many of us, I said, Liberian people doubted that he would have gone even to Lofa County. Because what's referred to as his alien health situation. Now he's there. Before going to Lofa, while in Bond County, there was a situation in the county where the talks of people were involved in political measuring shoulders, and some of our compatriots died there, and that is being attributed to your party of being aggressors. That the two guys who died are from the CDC. You attacked the CDC in 4 years. Have you followed this investigation? I'm told the Joint Security is doing an investigation, but from
Well, now you are making conclusions.
I'm playing the devil's advocate. That's what I'm hearing from people and from video footages I'm quoting. But the Joint Security is yet to come with some real findings in terms of the final what they have observed. But these are what we're hearing, that those who were killed in that mob attack are seditious. One of them has been buried. What do you know about this? What can you say about it?
Brother Jala, you are stating to me that the investigation is still on the way. But let me condemn the actions for whoever may have done the action. And if this government is sincere to its people, and I believe the fruition of that investigation will lie in the dungeons of history, whereas most other report, when they know that they have done it or done things wrongly, they will not. This government will not bring forth the facts to bear, because other killings in this country will still here waiting to investigate most properly to give the true nature of the happenings. So why is it true that we are waiting for those investigations to come alive? Let's look at the facts. When you mention that it's my party, the United Party, is my people, then of course, whoever is saying that, they are saying it from the pit of hell, and they are saying from the better of lies are untrue, and they, of course, they are not real because the investigation should not show. Who knows who to be a citizen or a union partisan that has died? It's a county thing. It's a tribal thing. It's a thing that anybody there is a union party dominated area, and you fairly know that Lofa County, with its records, is over 80% to 90% of union partisan. So the probability that it's a union partisan who may have died is so clear because
Please say that again.
I'm saying we are yet waiting for the investigative report. And because I don't trust this government or giving the right report, and I don't believe that the report will be sincere because all the reports have been tampered with. And yet it's still
such reports are what? Like what? You said all the reports have been tampered with. Which one can you point to that this government did an investigation was tampered with?
The auditors that were found on Broad Street.
No, that's a fallacy. Because if
the government, are you playing the devil advocate or defending the government?
I'm not defending, but I know as a journalist that a forensic investigation was done and autopsy was done, and it was reported that it was a carbon outside monoxide that killed those people.
But you don't need to be a scientist to know that carbon dioxide, a car that is at rest. If it's an object at rest, so the car is at rest. Where the carbon dioxide will come from to kill the person when there's no
were you around when the car was sparked?
That report, I'm quoting from your report.
As the car was sparked, it was beaten.
But why would I be sitting? Why would a grown-up person who is an auditor will be sitting in a car when there's a combustion going on and will not open the door and come outside? Let's leave that for the record. Okay, let's go back to history because I'm still here.
History is an early warning alarm system, and once you come with history,
because it must be and that's history that I'm bearing my fast upon. This government is not noted for giving the true story.
So let's go back to Lofa. You are saying, yeah,
there's not much investigation that I've seen, and to understand who are the perpetrators, who are the victims, and I'm saying to you, for any clear fight, that is very much possible with a lower probability that because it's a dominant area of the Labour Party, it might be us who are victimized for CDC. It might be us who is also being in trouble by CDC.
But the CDC,
and then let's go to the record.
The CDC has identified 2 persons were killed as their own, and one of them has been buried. And United Party has not come and say, we sustained injuries, some of our people got killed. We've not heard that, Mr. Bashir.
No, we had a press conference, and you don't follow the press conference.
Have you identified any dead body there that belongs to you?
But how do I? No, you see.
Let's say you. I'm not saying as you as a human.
But I'm saying to you, for CDC to take a dead body and say they're going to bury it and using a knife and going and put it in the casket, that's a children play. I'm discussing national governance and true governance of leadership. Why is CDC supporter? Let's go back to cause and effect. What caused the effects? Let's go back to what is the problem. And so when you want to know that who provoked what, then of course we will be speaking in the context, not in the context of politics, but in the context of reality. So this government should be truthful to its people. You see, when this president started, he started on a true note. But why is it now? Things are not in a proper perspective to tell the Liberian people the right thing. So this government should be judged for the fact that they are not being true for the Liberian people. Most of the reports is still yet on files and not yet been given to the Liberian people.
Let me welcome Mr. Sam Howard. He said, please ask him to point out to the road in Coastman Hill. That's why Sam Howard is saying he's a resident of Coastman Hill. And Coffee now. So really? And Abel, where you says, as far as we know well, Sumo doesn't have an office in the entire district. On the CBC developmental, Bashir is an exemplary leader. We are resolved. Jane Everton, on the small offices in Nizo, China Cold Storage Building. Yeah, what he said. Sumo K. David Jr. Bashir, no, I can't refer to the lawmakers that. I can't see that. Do not refer to your leader as such. You can have the dissatisfaction, but to see what you wrote on the Facebook is not correct. Just take a disagreement. You don't have to insult a leader. Use some words that will be very not pleasant to the listening ears of the people. Jala, indeed, the studio guest